Make sure to get your free money from Moomoo, up to 5 stocks, each up to $3,500. And I think you have a shot at a free share of Twitter and maybe some Amazon as well. All you guys got to do is use that link down below, deposit at least $100, and boom, you get your free money. And with that being said, cheers, guys. Let's get right into the video. So check it out. It's about 1 p.m. on the East Coast right now. And yet again, just like we've been talking about and just like we've been expecting, the markets are volatile, they're choppy, and they're all over the place. Earlier in the day, we shot up, we were green all across the board, and now lo and behold, we are red. We have the Dow down 0.5%, the S&P roughly down 0.5% as well, and we have the Nasdaq down and the Russell both down about 0.1 to 0.15%, and the VIX is up 3.5%, and we have gold and silver getting destroyed. Gold's down 2.5%, silver's down about 2.2%. So you guys know the drill. We got to break down the markets in this video, talk about what's going on. We'll talk about some stocks, break down some charts. So sit back, relax. Again, cheers, take a sip of your coffee. Happy May. Hope you guys do have a great month and a great day today. So let's get into it. So right now, SPY, like I said, we're down all across the board. And if you guys were watching the markets this morning, and even if you weren't, don't worry, because I'm going to tell you right now, SPY just hit a fresh new low. We hit $409.25. I think that was in the pre-market. Let me double check. No, actually, no, it was not. It was right when the markets open. And again, this goes to show how choppy and volatile these markets have been. We opened up, we saw a big dump off. We hit that low at 409.25, and then we saw that big rip to about 416 at about 10:30 a.m. on the East Coast. And mind you guys, that was a big intraday move. We're talking about 1.7%. And from that point where we hit 416 on SPY, this thing's been going down and down and down. Now we're pretty much right back to 409. And by the time we finish this video, guys, I would not be surprised if SPY took the lows out. Again, we're about 10 cents, literally. Now 3 cents away. We might just hit the lows. We just hit the lows. There we go. Boom. Right on camera, guys. We just took the lows out. We hit 409.09, and we might even go to 408, maybe even lower at this point in time. So SPY is selling off. We're at a fresh low on the 4-hour chart. Now it's officially down about 15%, so it's in correction territory, now 5 percentage points away from being in bear market territory. And are we on at a low here on the yearly chart? Not quite yet, but we're getting damn close, guys. We're getting pretty damn close. Look at this. 405 was that low. Well, I guess 404 to be exact was that low from about a year ago in the middle of May. So if that point breaks, we're going to be at a 1-year low on SPY, and Triple Q's already there. Triple Q's already there, guys. Take a look. Triple Q hit a 1-year low. I believe it was last week when we got under $317, which 317 roughly, that was the low point from about a year ago in the middle of May of 21. So we clearly took that point out. We're now at $312, and earlier in the day we got to about 310. And look at this choppiness, guys. Holy crap. Look at this. Triple Q opened up at about 313, went to 310, shot up to 318. Now it's back to 312. So just like SPY already did, SPY took the lows out intraday. I feel like Triple Q is right there too. I mean, we're about $2-3 off the lows, actually under $2, off the lows. So this low, we might take it out later today, or maybe even by the time I'm done filming this video. Who the heck knows, guys? So the moral of the story is markets are still choppy. Volatility is still here. The VIX is at 35, and it's up 5% almost on the day right now. And there's no sign of a reversal. Literally no sign of a reversal. We tried ripping this morning. We tried fighting to the upside, but clearly that did not hold. And again, there's no sign of a reversal, guys. So at this point, we're oversold. We're getting destroyed. And until we get that sign of a reversal, I have my alert set at 325 on Triple Q and SPY. Where's my SPY alert? It's right at 430. Until we start breaking these levels, guys, the bloodbath is going to continue. And the funny thing is, we're red right now all across the board, but look at my watch list, guys. What's going on? Look at my watch list. All my stocks in this watch list, for the most part, are green. Isn't that funny? I mean, that's pretty funny. I don't get it. But we'll talk about some stocks now. Let's get into it. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're about 30 subscribers away from 25,000, which is the goal for the end of this week. So let's try and get by Friday, guys. We got to be at 25,000 by Friday. So if you're not subscribed yet, I know some of you aren't subscribed. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's talk about some stocks. So there's not many stocks out there whose charts look pretty good right now. In fact, a lot of charts, most of them look like dog crap. Let's be honest. They look awful. But there's a couple that look decent. Number one is Costco, COST. Costco is currently down another 1%, almost 1.5, so almost a percentage point and a half at this point. And it's down about 15% over the past couple of weeks since this thing hit an all-time high in the beginning of, April, right? You guys can see on the 8th of April, Costco, or maybe the 7th, one of those days, doesn't really matter. Just know we hit early April an all-time high at $612.27. Now, again, we're down about 15% off of those highs. And sure, fundamentally speaking, if you run a discounted cash flow, if you look at the numbers, Costco may still very well be overvalued at this point. In fact, even though I haven't done a deep dive into the numbers fundamentals, even though I haven't done that, I can probably tell you that it is overvalued right now based on the stock price. I mean, the stock has run up a ton over the past couple of months, and just in the past couple of weeks, it's down 15%, and that's really not much. We've seen some stocks down 50, 60 plus %, and you could argue those are still overvalued as well. So even though I haven't done a full-on, deep dive into Costco, I could just say by looking at some little metrics, a couple of ratios, that this is still a little bit lofty long-term wise, right? But in the short term here, if you're looking at it as a trade, maybe you think the markets could snap back in the next couple of weeks, maybe throughout May, we get a relief rally, maybe after that, Fed meeting, which everybody's waiting for that. If you think we might get a snapback, hey, Costco could be an opportunity, because if we get that snapback, Costco is going to be one that does snap back very aggressively, right? And at this point in time on the RSI, we're pretty oversold, right? We're very oversold, honestly. It's under that 30-point threshold, and it is a falling knife. That's one thing worth mentioning. We're well under the moving averages. That's another thing worth mentioning. So keep that in mind. Don't just dive blindly into it with all of your money. I mean, don't do anything based off my videos, guys. I'm not a financial advisor, but if you're looking at this and you're like, okay, it's down 15%, it's a solid company that does well in inflationary times, which we're obviously seeing heavy inflation right now, you might look at this and be like, all right, I might want to nibble a little bit, start building up, maybe 10, 15% position at first, let it come down a little bit more, add a little bit more. That's kind of how I'm looking at Costco right now, more as a short to mid-term swing. So keep your eyes on it, guys. I'll put an alert. I mean, I don't think it's going to go under 500. I mean, never say never. Anything is possible, but I don't think it will per se, but I'm still going to put an alert at 500. Mark is at or below 500. If it does get under that point, I'm going to be, considering it more and more aggressively, right? Or seriously. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but you guys know what I mean, right? Costco's number one. Caterpillar is number two, CAT, which this chart looks pretty decent. Again, like I said, most charts out there look like crap right now. Caterpillar doesn't look that bad. We just hit a fresh high about a week or two ago. About 2 weeks ago, we hit $238 roughly, which was towards the top of the channel. And mind you guys, we kind of called this out a couple of weeks ago, right? When Caterpillar was at 190, 200. I mentioned how we could start making a move towards where we ultimately did make the move to. And now look, we completely sold off. We're down about 13% from that recent high. Now we're back under the moving averages, back towards the bottom of this channel. And let's see if buyers step in. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Are buyers going to step in and push this thing up again like they have numerous times in the past as Caterpillar's gotten down to the bottom of this channel, right? You guys can see. Even back in September, we hit 188. We rallied to about 220 by the beginning of November. Then we pulled down to about 190 in December. Then we rallied all the way up to about 230. That was in the middle of January. We then sold off to about 180, 190 again. Then we got that recent pop to about 237. So let's see if we hold about 200, 205, and then maybe start making a move back up again on Caterpillar. So that's one that I'm liking here, guys. I'm watching it closely. And the last one is Berkshire Hathaway, and not the A shares, guys. The A shares are $475,000 a share, which is unbelievable. But the B shares, right? We're looking at the B shares here, as Berkshire just reported earnings this morning, and the stock's currently down. The B shares are down about 2% right now, and they are not doing well when it comes to EPS year over year. In fact, for the A shares, they just reported $3,700 of EPS, and a year ago they did $7,600 EPS. So the A shares are down 50% year over year for EPS roughly, and we have the B shares. They did $2.47 EPS, and a year ago they did about $5.10 roughly. So EPS is not looking good right now for Berkshire year over year, but revenue is looking pretty good. Revenue in the quarter that ended March 31st was right around $71 billion, 70.81 to be exact, which is up from $64.6 billion a year ago. So year over year, I did the math, guys. They're growing about 9.5%, 10% on a revenue basis, which is solid. And this chart, in my opinion, looks pretty good, even though it's under the moving averages like Costco and Caterpillar. And it seems like a falling knife as the stock is down about 1.9%, 2% today. Even though we're seeing those things, it is still holding the overall uptrending channel, which has held over the past couple of months, like we saw with Caterpillar, right? And just like Caterpillar, I want to see if people, investors, traders, whatever, start stepping in on these B shares right around 315, 310, 315. And I currently have my alert at 330, guys. If 330 breaks, we start making a move towards, and of course, past the moving averages, which are right around 335, 340. That is where a real breakout could occur. And who knows, maybe Berkshire, the Class B shares, could be back to 350, 370, that general range over the next couple of weeks, months, right? So that's kind of what I'm watching out for, guys, when it comes to stocks, Costco, Caterpillar, Berkshire, Class B shares, maybe Class A. If you have $500,000 to buy a share, go for it, guys. So that's pretty much it. I guess that's it. If you all enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts. Feel free to check out my Patreon if you want to join that. It's linked down below. You get all my buys, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more on Patreon. That's the best place to go if you want to work more one-on-one with me. Again, link down below. And don't forget to get your free money from Moomoo, up to 5 stocks, each up to $3,500, and you have a shot at a Twitter share, some Amazon. Use that link down below, deposit at least $100, and boom, you get some free money. And with that being said, thanks for watching. As always, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.